Testing. 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 No way, we gotta. Testing. Testing. No way, we gotta. Testing. Testing.
Hello!
No
Hello,
way, we
background me.
Testing. Testing.
Hello!
No
Hello,
way, we gotta-
background me.
Okay,
I should stop.
Testing.
Hello!
Hey guys. What's good? Why is my monitor turned all the...
I kind of like it like that. Gee. I don't like it like that. Gee.
Okay. No Man's Sky? Or... what? What should we play, chat? Oh, keeping you right there. You know? We could... what Linuxing should I do? Gentoo, why not? Yeah, Gentoo's a good idea. Okay. I need Gentoo, dang it, well... Okay, YouTube time. I'm bored. Nope. I don't want people to see that. Hey, yo! Hey, yo! Ooh, that's cool. YouTube. Oh. Oh no.
So
What
what
in the
does your
world?
Linux distro
Mr.
say
Prime
about
Time.
Linux
Why do you-
distributions. A logical, informed decision for some, or
Okay, I can hear. I can't hear.
a self-identification mechanism. You could have chosen
What? It's... Oh, it's probably 'cause... Oh yeah, I know what I did wrong.
So what does your Linux distro say about you?
Linux distributions. A logical, informed decision for some, or a self-identification mechanism that borderline replaces religion for many. Linux
That is really, really fair. What is this? Can somebody explain to me what happened here, and then what happened here? Am I missing a joke? Because this somehow just seems a little goofy.
distributions often harbor a cult of personality. Before I go on, I must acknowledge, it's actually GNU plus Linux, or as I like to call it, Ligma Balls Nuts. If you're a true 90s
That actually is that was really great. Okay. I thought he was gonna lean in on the joke, but then just completely bamboozled me.
Cooler Master Stacker with the bed splatter, looking like a mason jar. Stinky Gamer, what's too far? 4 out of 5. TrustedReviews.com. Dells are jealous. Are you fucking and Force is the only force for me. I got a Core 2 quad in my new hot rod. Before I die, I'm trying SLI. Green neons are lit. Let's do this shit. Might need a little bit of RGB, and trust me, don't worry, it's set to green. We don't need the booster, bro, we'll be fine. We got the thermal tank. Is that coil one? And force is the only force for me. I got a core 2 quad in my new hot rod. Before I die, I'm trying SLI. Green neons are lit, let's do this shit. And force is the only force for me. I got a core 2 quad in my new hot rod. Before I die, I'm trying SLI. Green neons are lit, let's do this shit.
Badarang. Oh, dear, the king, the bombayaki, veteran. I should not out how the other king hit the bombayaki.
All the other king, kita pampana kitu veteran.
Veteran. All the other king hit the bombayaki, veteran. I still remember all the other king hit the bombayaki. Wait, oh no. What if I duplicate this?
All the other king, kita. All the other king, kita pampana kitu veteran.
3, 2, 1, go! No! 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. What have I I put half. Oh. Good job. Okay. I'll keep running. What?
Please stay and listen to this message. The only thing I will ask is to support this person on Ko-fi so she can be saved. I'll send a link that will explain the whole situation in detail. But in short, this person visited her family in Muslim, and her dad forced her to agree to marry her cousin who proposed to her when she was 15 to 16 years old. Her dad abused her and threatened to kill her if she didn't agree to the marriage, and she has no way out to escape. The cops didn't help her, and her dad has made sure she won't be planning on escaping. This video was made to spread awareness about this whole situation. It's really disgusting, and I can't imagine anyone going through this. I'm only asking you to go to the link and support her on Ko-fi so she can be saved from this. If you want more people to know so they can help this person, then make a video.
Wow. Gary's mod. Wait. Bye-bye, Ad.
I got broads in Atlanta. Just to lean the family. Credit cards in the scammers. Hitting the licks in the van.
I shouldn't be laughing. Hey guys, welcome back to ISOMSM on eBay.
What just happened?
I have kids in my basement. Wow. This is our 13-year-old. Now this is
Foreclose that tris.
We used to use soap. Do you want fresh scent or heavy?
Here it comes.
I hate that. I hate that image. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. What in the world? Dust. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. This kind of seems like a hard enemy to beat until you upload a 50 petabyte zip bomb into it. Oh no!
Do not be alarmed. This is Lieutenant General Robert Brewster of the United States Air Force. We are currently experiencing issues with our military defense system. This system has been developed by Cyberdyne Systems. Please stand by as we will inform you of any further updates. At this moment,
What? What? 15 packs of silica gel? What? Eee. Ew. BBC One, No, that's 2 days after my birthday.
BBC One and other channels have been merged to bring you this following emergency announcement due to unforeseen circumstances. We regret to inform you that this will be the very final broadcast. It's vital and beneficial that you listen to this emergency announcement. The following information will be displayed on screen. Just a few moments ago, all major media outlets were notified about a black hole in space. According to NASA and the UK Space Agency, this black hole is seen absorbing planets, debris and more. It's estimated that everything, including Earth, will be pulled inside due to its gravitational pull. Nobody,
Hello.
not even light,
That's
can
good.
escape a black hole. Once any organism is absorbed, it will be instantly crushed and torn apart.
That sounds
There is no
fun.
escaping this astronomical event. It's expected that everything in our solar system will be absorbed by the black hole in the next few minutes. There is no need to panic. You'll have less than a second to react to the pull of the black hole, resulting in a quick and painless death.
Painless death is awesome.
You are now advised to cherish these final moments of your life as the end of the world approaches. We understand the sudden and frightening nature of this situation. However, this broadcast will cover key tips to help you prepare. Do anything you need to do before your eventual death. Say goodbye to loved ones. Appreciate their presence and say how much they mean to you. Comfort any pets or children, as they will need your support during their final moments. It's your decision whether you inform any siblings or children regarding current events or not. However, you must do everything you can to keep them calm and collected, as it is your responsibility to do so. If you follow any religion, consider seeking comfort in your beliefs and pray for forgiveness for any wrongdoings you may have done in your lifetime. You may do anything you can to prepare for a peaceful and dignified death. If you wish to die on your own terms, you can also do so. Dying on your own terms is highly unadvised by us. However, it's in our best interest of the people to acknowledge your freedom of choice due to the end of the world as we know it. You can do so by choosing a large blade and quickly slicing your throat, which will instantly kill you within a few seconds. Like stated before, we highly condemn ending your life, but due to the black hole, it's your decision. That's all from us. We want to thank you for your viewership and loyalty for these past decades of service. Sadly, we do not have any time to play the national anthem for the final sign-off due to how little time is left. I know this may come off as unprofessional, but since this is the final few minutes left of us being alive, I would also like to thank my parents, my family, not to mention my loving wife and children who have stood besides me, bringing me emotional support and joy throughout these years. I really wish I could see them now. But if you're watching this, Daddy loves you so much and is so proud of you. Goodbye, my brave little girls.
Wow. Wow. Yes.
Channel 5 is permanently discontinuing its programming to issue you one final message via this crisis broadcast mode. Important information will be followed and shown on screen. Please ensure that your device is audible at all times for the duration of this message. We regret to inform you that this is the very final broadcast. Not long ago, we were informed by the UK Space Agency and NASA about a black hole in space. Allegedly, this black hole has just sucked in various planets and debris in our solar system and is expected to absorb Earth within the next few minutes. Black holes pull anything inside through a strong gravitational pull. Any living organism can and will be killed upon contact with a black hole.
What the fact that?
Not even light can escape. Once Earth makes contact, it will be compressed into small matter, and you'll have less than a second to react. Due to the occurrence of this world-ending event, we advise you do anything to prepare for your inevitable demise. This can range from engaging with a hobby or activity that will keep you calm for your very last few minutes alive. You're also advised you say your final goodbyes. Say your farewells to any loved ones, family members, or even pets before the eventual end of humanity as we know it. Do whatever you need to do within legal or moral reason. Panicking will only make the situation worse. Once the Earth makes contact with the black hole, you will not feel any pain and vanish instantly. Channel 5 is extremely grateful for your support for this past decade of service. It has been a joy to deliver you quality programming and stories that shape lives. However, it's clear that all good things must come to an end. Maybe we all can meet again in another life. If it helps you remain calm, closing your eyes before being absorbed by the black hole is always an option as well. This channel shall now cease operation for good. We sadly do not have time to play the national anthem for the final sign-off. However, we wish you all a calm and peaceful closure to your lives.
That's creepy. Yeah.
We regret to inform you of the permanent closure of all Sky channels across all of our networks as a whole. It has been a pleasure serving all of our loyal customers all of these years, but all good things must apparently come to an end. This following message will be the very final broadcast. Stay tuned for important news. Oh God, you've got to be kidding me. You are now watching Sky News. This news broadcast is being delivered via an audio message due to the severity of the situation. Not long ago, we were delivered breaking news which will frighten and disturb most of our viewers here on Sky One. It has been reported that a black hole is currently on its way to engulfing our planet. It has been seen absorbing anything in its way in our solar system, including planets such as Saturn, Mars, and even Jupiter. There is no escaping this event. The black hole is expected to engulf us within the next few minutes, including the rest of our solar system. Once we are sucked in by the black hole, we will have less than a second to react, giving us a painless and peaceful death as a result. No living organism can survive a black hole. Due to this, the Prime Minister has considered this as a global crisis that nobody can survive, as anything that is near the orbit of a black hole will instantly be crushed into small matter, giving a 0% chance of survival. We advise you hold your loved ones dearly and prepare for our eventual deaths. There is no point in panicking, as it will only make the situation worsen. If you are religious, seek comfort in your beliefs. Pray to your God or Goddess for forgiveness. We only have a few minutes left. You should now prepare to die with dignity, honor, and respect. Everyone here on Sky One understands how sudden and unexpected this announcement may be, and our thoughts and feelings are with you during these final moments. If it makes you feel more calm, it's advised you hold on to something stable and close your eyes as the black hole absorbs all of us inside. It's your decision whether you tell your children about what is about to unfold. However, you must keep them calm during these final moments. Sky One and other channels will now sign off for the very final time. We do not have any time for the national anthem, but we wish you all the best. May God save our Queen.
And that was 4 days before my birthday. No.
Entertainment 4 has permanently halted programming at the request of Her Majesty's government to bring you this emergency broadcast. We urge you to pay attention, as this message will contain shocking but important information. This is not a test. A dangerous black hole has been seen engulfing nearby planets in our solar system.
That is... ooh, sad. But that's okay.
PSA, don't get your bachelor's and master's in computer science. because you will be unemployed.
Just knowing how to code is no longer a high-value skill. Back in the day, you get 6 figures thrown at you if you knew what a for loop was, but now that's not the case, so CS majors are shit out of luck. But what's funny is software engineering is still one of the most in-demand, high-paying jobs in 2025. The catch is, you just need to learn some skills that are relevant to your job that your CS curriculum won't even bother teaching you. For example, what helped me break into big tech at Amazon and Autodesk was learning about AWS, which you could do completely for free, by the way, with their Cloud Essentials course. Now, besides AWS, you might be wondering, Eric, how in the world do I figure out what I need to actually learn? So go to this website called roadmap.sh and then pick the career you want. It'll give you a roadmap of literally everything you need to learn, and then for every single subject, they break it down for you step by step. Get grinding and
Then do you like it, bro? Have you
It is good there to be not dead. Pow! You are dead. I'm dead.
The heavy is dead.
Yes, I am dead.
Why is the heavy dead?
I don't know. I think it was. You are dead. Okay.
What's up, you wankers? Who's up for it? Ah, what the hell just happened? The heavy is dead. The heavy is dead. Correct. So, did you see the murderer? No. Sorry, mate. I will find him. I will capture you. And no one will ever die again. Ah, that's nice. Proud of it. Attention! The heavy is dead. We know who killed him. We don't know. I will find clues. What's that? A weapon? That thing is why the heavy is dead. The heavy is dead? Yes. He died.
Oh, no!
In my medical opinion, that heavy is dead! Doc, what happened?
My professional opinion? The heavy was killed!
Oh, God. I don't think it's anything to worry about.
Well, now what? Oh, come on.
Look at this! The freaking heavy's dead! What do you think of that?
Yes, Scout.
Yeah.
Good home.
Ah, come on! Friggin' unbelievable. Seriously,
Okay, let's get back to the point.
I think Heavy is dead.
The heavy is dead?
Oh, seriously? Who killed Heavy?
It was me.
Oh, yes!
I did it like this. That's the joke, lads. It was him.
How did
you know? I didn't. That was a joke. Thank you.
That's right. It was me.
You monster.
But why?
Because you're fat, boy. And another thing, you're ugly.
Engineer! Stop! Engineer, you are so big! He's not funny. Engineer!
Oh, damn it, Heavy. Fuck off. You are dead.
No! You... You are dead! No big surprise.
Well, that was idiotic. Off to hang myself. Off and left.
I am alive! He's nice.
Okay, Linuxing time. Oh, Oh, you're kidding me. No. On John Mango. Audio looking the bomba daddy. no, 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 no. How the underkin is a bump, but I keep you better wrong. Goop. Of the other kin, the bump, but I kick you better wrong. You're than my bot. Out the other kin is a bump, but I kick you better wrong. Don't mind goop. Out the other kids, the bump, but I kick you better wrong. I'm bad at how the other kid. But I did you better wrong. Don't mind goop. Oh, the other kid in a bump, but I kick you better. In my body, oh, the other kid in a bump, but I kick you better wrong. Don't mind goop. Oh, the other kid in a bump, but I kick you better wrong. All the other kin is a bump, but I kick you better wrong. Oh, don't mind goop. All the other kids in a bump, but I kick you better wrong. Oh, there's a mom bond. All the other kin bump, but I kick you better wrong. Oh, don't mind goop. Root 1 E? No! Need root E. Oh, did I forget the password? Crap. Root 1, 2, 3? Yes. Okay. On my goop. So cat vsock listen 22 reuse adder for TCP local host colon 22. Okay, so it should be running. And now I should be able to go to the terminal, paste it in. 1, 2, 3. I need to do did. Yep, we're in Ubuntu. Okay, so we logged in. Now we could. So Mozilla. Where Mozilla? Oh yeah. No. Mozilla. Okay. First, I want to go to Gemini. Pause you, dude. The heavy is dead. All the other kin. The bump by the kick.
Also
better
work.
Wrong,
It can all.
better wrong.
Hello and welcome to this new video. Today we are going to talk about Linux from nothing. Big brain moves coming up. So yes, today we are talking about Linux from nothing. So our goal will be to make the most minimal system possible using Linux. So we are going to go through all the steps, all the pitfalls, and everything that we need in order to make a system work. Now we are going to use the kernel, we are going to use Bash, Core Util, Util Linux, Nano, glibc, and Curse. We are going to make an init. We are even using Grub. So all of those tools we will know how to compile, how they work, and how to install correctly on our system. So to start that process, we first need to install everything that's needed to compile and prepare our LF.
Yeah, I can't put that in. Notes. Copy. Now, quickly. Neofetch Oh, ooh, cool. It's pulling the resolution. Cool. Anyways, shouldn't take too. Wow. Everything's already.
Now this of course is using apt, so it works on Debian or Ubuntu, but if you are an Arch user or whatever other distro that you like, you can test with your package manager and copy me the right command so that we can share it with others. Now let's get started and actually make a directory. So we are going to use the mkdir, which make a directory, and let's name it lfn. Now let's enter that directory using the cd command with cd lfn. Now let's make a root that will be the root of our future file system, and let's enter that root. Now let's just build a skeleton of our actual file system. Let's make a boot directory, a proc directory, a sys directory, and a dev directory. Those are all pretty much
proc sys dev. Yeah.
system directory. We won't mess around them that much. We will of course put the kernel inside of the boot directory, and if we were to have an initramfs, we would put it inside of the boot directory. But for this tutorial, we won't use any initramfs or initrd. Now let's make the USR directory, which will contain all our libraries, all our binaries, and pretty much everything that our system needs to run. And let's enter that USR directory. Let's then make our lib directory, lib64, bin, and sbin, which will contain those programs and libraries, and let's back out of them. Now we will need to create symlinks between those USR directories and the root directory. The reason why we need to do this is there's a lot of program that actually assumes that everything will be in the root, and there's a lot of other program that assume that everything will be inside of USR. Now most modern program will assume that everything is in USR, but we still keep the links because it's pretty much assumed that it will always be there. So ln-s allows us to do a symlink, and let's do it for lib, lib64, bin, and sbin. Let's just take a look at what we've done. We have created the dev, proc, sys, and boot, and we have our symlinks that point to the directories inside of the USR, and we have USR that is full of those directories. Now that we've created that skeleton, let's back out of there and let's create a variable. So export allows us to create a shell variable. So let's create the lfn variable and let's give it the path to our root. So it needs to start with a slash. It needs to be starting from the real root of our system, going to the root.
Let's do dude. Oh, cause I'm bored. Let's do it this way. Whoa, no. No. I need dude. Linux from nothing. Okay, good.
Directory that we have inside of our lfn project directory. Now the reason why we are doing that is because it's way faster to write $lfn to call that variable than writing that full directory each time. And we are going to call that variable a couple of times in this tutorial, so you don't really want to have to write it in full each time. And also keep in mind that if you are exiting this shell that you are using, this terminal that you are using, you will need to call this variable again. So don't try to run some kind of command with $lfn if you close the terminal and open it again, because of course you've lost the variable. You need to rewrite it instead.
How do I prompt bed
With Whisperflow, I can just speak long prompts. This is Tanay from Whisperflow, and let me show you what makes Whisperflow special. If you're often running an email...
Now let's start by the beginning, which is the kernel. Let's use git clone with the dep1 option. One option allows us to only download...
I should have Git. GitHub.com/torvalds/linux. I put it in correctly. On docket. I ping. I mean ping Google.com should work. What? Curl. Teamwork.
the latest.
Oh, it's Torvald. I put Torvald. No, what? GitHub.com http/. Haha. No. Wow. Yeah. All the other kin is a bump that get you better long, Other than my band, all the other kin is a bump that get you better wrong. All the other kin. This isn't that apple.
We apologize for the interruption of our live broadcast. This is a warning message from the SCP Foundation. This is not a drill. Please remain calm and listen carefully in order to prevent fatalities. The creature known as SCP-096 escaped last night. This specimen proved to be lethal, killing people in several towns with alarming speed. SCP-096 is a humanoid figure measuring approximately 2.38 meters in height. Its skin is a pale white color and its body is extremely thin. A great way to detect it is by looking at its arms, which are 1.5 meters in size. Its mouth can open up to 4 times wider than a human's and its eyes have no pigmentation. At first glance, SCP-096 is harmless, but when visual contact is made with its face, either in person or through photos or video, the specimen goes into a state of shock where it will scream and cover its face nervously, babbling and crying. After this, it will savagely attack and kill whoever has seen its face, from now on referred to as SCP-096-1. It is recommended not to try to reason with it since so far it has not been proven that the specimen has higher brain functions. To combat SCP-096, it is recommended to isolate only with the intimate family group, keeping an accurate account of who is in the house and where. SCP-096 exhibits antisocial behavior patterns, as it is usually seen leaning against a wall. This makes it possible for it to enter a house and remain undetected for a long time, so it is recommended that you keep the lights on and always enter the rooms of your house with your eyes down. It is also strongly discouraged to use any technological devices near this being, as no matter the distance that a photo or video travels, it will be aware when it is being watched. If someone accidentally looks at it, it is recommended that SCP-096-1 automatically moves away from her family group and try to bring it as close as possible to one of the points specified by the SCP Foundation, in order to be closer to its capture. In this case, there is nothing that can be done to stop THE specimen's attack, as it uses an internal tracking system, can destroy any known material that gets in its way, and reaches speeds that could not yet be measured by the Foundation. To date, there are no survivors or recoverable bodies following the attack of SCP-096, so extreme caution is requested from the public regarding the specimen. Follow all the commands of the SCP Foundation strictly, and the number of fatalities will be reduced as much as possible. Thank you very much and stay tuned for future messages.
Working across teams is tough, but Asana helps you handle it. That's because Asana is where humans and AI coordinate work together. AI can spot roadblocks and assign work in a snap, so everything and everyone
He's inside the school shooting at the kids! Shots fired! Get inside! Go, go, go!
I could hear gunshots outside of my classroom. Somebody is shot in another classroom. I gotta go. I can't let them hear me. Hurry, hurry, hurry.
This was the moment when a school shooter killed 19 elementary students in just 1 hour, making it the deadliest school shooting in United States history. On the morning of May 24th, 2022, 18-year-old Salvador Ramos shot his grandmother while they were at home. Thereafter, he made his way to Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas, armed with 2 AR-15 rifles and over 1,600 rounds of ammunition. He crashed his car at a flood control channel near the school. He then walked towards the school, first shooting at it from outside before entering and wreaking havoc in interconnected classrooms 111 and 112. Within minutes, special officers from the UCISD unit, led by their chief Pete Arredondo, responded and
The sound heard here at the beginning of this video is so terrifying that to cover this video, I have to have my cat here as emotional support. So in the clip that you guys just watched, we can see that it's completely silent and at nighttime, when all of a sudden out of nowhere, we can see this beam of red projectiles traveling up into the sky, and this sound that can only be described as ominous. And let me tell you guys, you would not want to be on the receiving end of this weapon. Now, many of you guys might already know what this weapon is, seeing as if you've been on my channel for a while, I covered this 6 months ago, but in that video, it was only a 1-minute breakdown. In this one, we're going to talk about when this weapon was created, what it's used for, and just how deadly it truly is. Now, the piece of equipment that we're talking about here in this video is something known as a CRAM, which simply stands for Counter Rocket Artillery and Mortar. What it does is in its name. It prevents these aerial threats from striking a certain area, and the CRAM does its job very well. Now, this right here is a high-resolution image as to what the CRAM looks like, and to be honest with you guys, you might be thinking the same thing as me. This thing doesn't actually look all that intimidating. It kind of looks like something from an old sci-fi movie like Star Wars, but trust me guys, it does serve its purpose, and it is a lot more capable than it looks. So for some backstory, there are actually 2 different types of this system. There's the land.
Sorry, I didn't notice you at first. I was watching a video. Sorry. So... Hello.
version and not all the modification in between, so it makes things way faster, less bandwidth, all positives. So let's download the latest version of Linux. You could use any version that you want, and that's true for any of the programs today. You can download your own version if you want. You can go ahead and not use the latest. We will use the latest for pretty much everything in this tutorial, but if you want a specific version, go ahead. There's no real limitation in this tutorial. Now let's go inside of the Linux directory that we have downloaded, and let's do make tinyconfig. Tinyconfig is there to give us the tiniest config possible that will still be able to be compiled. That will allow us to then modify that tinyconfig and get the most minimal version of Linux that's able to run on our system. So let's do make menuconfig now to be able to modify that configuration. Now our goal today will be to be able to run our Linux system onto a 64-bit QEMU VM. So QEMU uses some special virtualized hardware that we will need to enable. This hardware uses a virtualized version of PCI, and it will also need to be compatible with ext4 and be able to write on the drive that we will provide it through QEMU. So to be able to do that, we need to enable a few settings.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You have to compile like glibc, the kernel, nano, bash. It's pretty cool.
Let's start by going down General Setup, configure standard kernel features.
Standard kernel features. I know it's somewhere. Standard kernel. No.
Feature, and then enable
Configure. C.
support for printk.
Enable support for printk.
Printk is the way of the kernel to communicate with us. It will be able to yell on the terminal, hey, something is going on, or hey, something bad is going on, something good is going on. Whatever happened, printk will be able to yell at us. If we don't do that, the kernel will be silent, and we may have a lot of questions if there's an issue going on, or if there's a kernel panic, or whatever happened. We won't have much information. Printk makes communication happen, and it's necessary for us. Now let's back to the root, and let's go enable the 64-bit kernel. Of course, if you're on a 32-bit system, you don't enable that, but for most of you, enable 64-bit kernel. Now let's also go down and enable the block layer. The block layer is the way of the Linux kernel to communicate between your hard drive and the rest of the system. It is needed in order to get data. So of course we will use an ext4 file system on a drive. So to make that communication possible, we need to enable that block layer. Now let's go down to executable file formats, where we will enable both kernel kernel support for ELF binary, and kernel support for script starting with a shebang. Now, ELF binaries are pretty much all binaries. Most binaries will use the ELF system, so we need that in order for it to work. Now, the kernel support for scripts starting with shebang, our init will use a shebang. A shebang is the way for the file to say, hey, I want you to execute me using that command. So you don't have to actually use a specific command in order to execute it, because if you execute the file itself will already tell you how to execute it. Now let's back out and go down to device driver, where we will enable, of course, PCI support for our drive, and we will go on to generic driver option, where we will enable both maintain a dev temp fs file system to mount at /dev and auto mount that /dev. So this will allow us to have a working /dev. Then we can back out of there, go
No.
go down to serial ATA and parallel ATA driver, libata, and make sure that you enable it. Now, this is the standard driver for SATA or IDE. We need that in order for our drive to work. And now let's enter that option and let's go down to Intel, ESB, ICH, PIIX3 and 4. I believe that our QEMU will use PIIX3, so a virtualized version of that. So we actually need to enable it, or else our drive would not be found. Now that we have enabled that, we have enabled everything so that our drive can be recognized through the PCI system, but we have not said to the system that we will actually allow drives to work. So let's go back up and go into SCSI device support and enable SCSI drive through the SCSI disk support. This will allow us to actually see the drive and not just, hey, I have a drive and I have no clue what to do with it. Now we will actually be able to do something with it. So now we can back out of there and go down to character devices, where we will enable TTY, which allows us to have an actual terminal that we can use, and go down to serial driver, where we will enable the serial driver for 8250 and the console on that 8250. That allows us to A, have a terminal, B, have a terminal that shows something on the screen and is compatible with QEMU. That allows us to actually communicate with our kernel. Now we can back all the way up to the root, where we will go down to file system, we will enable ext4, and we will go down to pseudo file system to enable both proc and sys.
Okay, pseudo file systems, yes. Proc file system support.
SFS on our system. With that, we have a full system ready to go. We now need to exit that config and actually compile our kernel. To do that, we will use the make command using the make-j8. Now, that 8 number you can change, because I'm using it that way because I have 8 cores. You have 4.
What should I do while I wait? Let's just check out some games. Will No Man's Sky work? I really want to play it. Because it works on my Steam Deck. But... Ooh, yes. Yeah. BK. Let's just see what Google's. No. Oh.
cores, you would use the -J4. If you want to compile it on one core, you could do, well, just make, or if you want to do it on 2 core, -J2. You understand the gist of it. More core you have, the higher the number you put there. Now, once it's compiled, it will take time, but once it's compiled, you can use the move command to move our kernel from the Arch x86 boot and all the way back out to the project directory. Now let's ourselves back out of there and let's take our image and actually throw it inside
x86 slash bz image. BZ image
of our root and inside of our boot folder so that we can actually put it at the right place where we need.
$LFN slash boot. Boot.
Needed for future use. So with that, we have a fully working kernel that's put at the right place inside of our file system. So let's actually move to the next step in our LFN build, which is bash. We need a shell in order to communicate with our system, because right now with only a kernel, well, even if we have access to a terminal,
okay, let's wait. Holy cow, that was quick. Yeah, I haven't tried it. Maybe if I get this finished, I may try getting IceWM on here. But that would need me to compile Xorg, which I don't want to compile Xorg, but I may just drop in my Xorg stuff from here. I don't know. Yeah. I hear good things about IceWM. If I'm on Wayland, I use Hyperland or Sway. I'm on Xorg, I use i3 with PyCom. Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought you meant sorry. Oopsies. That's okay. MKger. Since I am too lazy, I'm just copy and pasting. I hear good things about OpenBox because it's lightweight. That's the biggest thing. Lightweight. I may drop in Sway. That would be cool. I should drop that in when I'm done. Did I give it? Okay, I'm just gonna do in proc. Okay. How long does it take to compile Xorg on 6 cores, 8 gigabytes of RAM? Holy cow. Alright, let's do proc, maybe? No. LS CPU maybe? I use, what does it think I use? On a, where is it? Jeez. Where is it?
That would be able to maybe give our input somewhere. We have no program to be able to be so that we have on and are able to say that feed truly was controlly here one cut of the day. That's inside. Now the make file is a little bit what we use start with compile. And a make go up thing. The make file will tell us how to compile the whole system, and then we can just use make-j8 just like we did with the kernel to actually compile our bash. So just like the kernel was before, we are left with our executable inside of our bash-build directory. But that's not where we want them, right? We want those executables to be placed at the right place inside of the USR directory. Now to do that, we will use the make install command and using a specific option, which is dest.
Yeah. I should install Gen 2. Gen 2 is really awesome. I've installed it on like 4 cores before, 12 gigabytes of RAM or something. Ugh. La 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 la. Okay, so lscd root, lscd bin, ls. Now let's do. ls/sh. Aha!
Dear. Now we are using this.
Wait, you know what would be funny? What if I installed Bedrock Linux on my Linux from nothing, whatever it's called? That would be funny. But I would need to get an init system. I'll just do OpenRC, because OpenRC is okay. I don't care about OpenRC.
$LFN. Remember, $LFN points to the root of our future file system. So the reason why we're using that is because we don't want to install it on the running system, because right now our running system is our Ubuntu machine, right? We don't want to install it there. We want to install it directly inside of our LFN installation, and this is what destdir is there to do. It's there to tell us, hey, there's a new root, and then it will be able to put the files at the right place, still following what is written inside of the prefix option that we've given configured.
What did I do? Well, wait. Oopie.
Now that we've done that, we can back out of our bash build directory, and right now we should have a bash executable inside of our bin directory.
You know, I'm gonna take a break and find my USB, install Gen 2, and then, I can't even find it, install Bedrock. Ugh. Where is it? No, I had it somewhere. Last had it over there. Last time I had it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it on my Chromebook that I rarely ever use. So I'm not gonna do it on my main PC. Yeah, true. True. Is it under my desk? No. No, my book, no. Like, Airbnb. Oh man, where is it? Because I do kind of need that. You know, I don't have much data on. Well, crap, I do. Crap. Could be. Oh. No. What's happening? There. Whoa. Okay. Let me turn on my flashlight. Crap. Flashlight. Under. Okay. Not under there. It is okay. Next. No, it's not made for kids. Channel. Refresh. Just go to my channel. Manage videos. Yeah. Hello, chat. Can you see me? You can see me. Cool. It is no feet review. I had it. Dang it. Could be. Under there. Must be. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Nope, no credit card. You don't get to see that. You don't get to see that here. I had it a couple days ago. Oh, there. You know what? Let's do. Going to go grab my hard drive. Hear me. Oh wait. No. Okay, found my drive. Ah! Found it. Yeah. So I'm just gonna flash it. Mr. Drive. Wow. No. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's not there. This is not. First,